I definitely have like three AVN nominations in my pocket since I started. Definitely fun. Have had learned some really cool things, met some really amazing people, done some pretty wild activities, and caught most.
What's going on, guys? Web Style here, the man, the voice, the fragrance, here with someone I had the pleasure to meet back at Exotica, New Jersey in 2024. And now I get a little bit more FaceTime with her, and I'm sure after this, you guys are probably want to see a lot more of her. If you haven't already, it's the lovely, the wonderful Carissma DeLuca. Carissma, how are you? Or Rizzy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. It's a beautiful day out.
It is. It is.
I
And
don't, I
are
don't
you in Baltimore now?
Yeah, I'm in Baltimore. So like today was like 82. It was
Okay.
really nice. Yeah.
Because I'm not
Nice.
too far. I'm a little bit further south, so I'm
Okay.
getting the nice weather as well. So yeah, I definitely feel you on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be really nice night tonight.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
don't need your AC on tonight.
No,
Leave your
no,
windows open type of night.
the windows need to be open tonight for sure.
Yes, definitely. So for those that don't know, just
Mhm.
tell us a little about who you are.
Okay. Actually, this month is my poor anniversary. It is my 3-year anniversary in adult entertainment. I've definitely done a lot of cool things since embarking on my adult entertainment journey. I definitely have like three AVN nominations in my pocket since I started. Definitely fun. Have had learned some really cool things, met some really amazing people, done some pretty wild activities, and caught most of it on camera.
Well, that's the name of the game, right?
Right.
So,
But
is you,
I'm also, huh?
no, go ahead, keep going.
I'm also 44. So I'm kind of older. So that's like I'm probably really gonna rebrand this year, like embrace the MILF and the older. A lot of the girls in this business are younger in their 20s and 30s and stuff. So I feel like it's kind of a great achievement to be at this age and still be able to perform and at the level that I'm performing and still be able to look at doing it. So like for me, it's fun. I'm having a great time. And I probably will get into some more things in the industry even when I'm not on camera. I just look forward to new adventures in this business, whatever they may be.
Understood. No, I'll tell you, especially for meeting you in person, never would have pegged you for over 40. So you look great in that
Thank you
regard.
so much. I'm also an esthetician, so I know how to take care of my skin.
That I remember you mentioning when we spoke that you work.
Yeah.
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 Yes. So how did you get into porn?
Gosh, it was so by accident. I had a really bad breakup, and in the breakup, it wasn't the reason why I started doing porn, but it was the reason why I started doing like OnlyFans stuff.
Hmm.
Because it was a mid COVID. There was lots of stuff going on. My job was done. Like at the time I was running a club and a bar, so both of my jobs were closed.
Right.
I was in aesthetic school, so I was having to do something to make money, and all of it was mostly solo stuff. I didn't have a partner, so I was like just feet pics, some mild stuff, mostly like solo content of me just like playing with myself or like even just me cooking in the kitchen because like a lot of guys really adore that for some reason, but which I still do, by the way. But that turned into like being seen by the right producers and like
Mhm.
reaching out and like reaching out to people and like being so new and like being so candid. I think that really helped me, as well as like the fact that I've had like multiple careers in my life. So like I definitely feel like I've entwined all of like what I've learned in business in every aspect and put it into the networking and the business aspect of what we do. So like I think that kind of sets me aside from, you know, other people that do what we do because I'm also like ready for the business side of stuff. Like I want to make sure the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted.
Right.
And I don't mind the networking. Like I don't mind, the retweets and the shares and the Instagram shares and the stuff like that and the stories, because that's how we make each other shine. So I just implement what I've learned, along the way and in life to what I do in porn.
Right. I think that, I've heard other performers speak on that as well. It seems like with a certain group of performers, not all, there is definitely an understanding of, yes, this is pleasure. Yes, we can have fun, but really understanding the business aspect of it, really understanding the networking, the relationships that you form there. It. I always say, like, as a normie, there's so many aspects of the adult industry that I couldn't comprehend. That's not something I do. I couldn't see myself on camera and doing this and on that. But there are certain things that come with that, especially with marketing. One of the things I see, especially following you online, like you are very heavy into marketing yourself. Your How important is it for you to really establish your brand, not just with on camera, but across all of your different endeavors?
It's very important. You gotta realize, like, if you're not putting yourself out there and you're not marketing yourself and what you got going on, like, how are you gonna keep or captivate interest? The one thing that, and I have had recently, because I haven't put out much content in the last few months, but it's just because I'm in between editors and it's been a nightmare.
Mhm.
Because I have a bunch of stuff in the library, but I just feel like I kind of need to start doing stuff a little bit differently than I have in the past. And I'm trying to find somebody that an editing partner that I could find that could, like, really, do you know what I'm saying? Like, we could feed off of each other and I could get exactly what I need out of it.
Mhm.
Um, so like, but the type of content that you put out is, and you have to, each way you have to market it. So like, if you're putting foot stuff out, you have to market it with hashtags and the appropriate stuff. And like,
Right.
if you're putting other stuff out, like, same thing. Like, you just have to make sure that you're getting it the most visibility that you can. You're posting at the right times of day.
Right.
You're posting to the right demographic.
Right.
You're in the right areas. So like, all that matters. It definitely does. Like, Instagram posts especially, like, there's a whole algorithm on how and when and whatever demographic that you're trying to target should you post, the time of day you should post. So like, all that stuff is, like, accessible to everybody.
Right.
And like, as long as you're, using that type of balance or whatever. But if, like, people don't know you have it, how are they supposed to buy it?
Right. Right. Exactly. Now, you aren't just only in front of the camera. Talk about stuff you do behind the camera.
Well, I mean, right now I'm doing a lot of, like, phone sex. I'm doing a lot of video chats, like Sex Panther, Night Flirt. Like, I'm
Mhm.
multifaceted, so I do all that. I do customs. Like, and then, I also do erotic massage, and erotic skincare. So if you're in the Baltimore area, I do offer those type of things. So like, I'm doing lots of stuff. Plus I have a podcast that's not, it's called Explicitly Yours. It's with Spanish Barbie and so like, we have that project going. Like, there's lots of stuff I'm doing that it's not like, the porn, just the porn,
Right.
like, I do a lot of cool stuff outside of
Right.
that. So I also do, like, this weekend I'm in New York, and like, there's a thing called Erotica NYC, and it's like a first erotica con in
Oh,
Brooklyn. So
wow.
I'm actually going to be there hosting, and I'm hosting an LS party this weekend as well.
Okay. That
Hmm.
sounds like fun. So if you're
Yeah.
in Brooklyn, well, I don't know. By the time this comes out, it'll probably be
Yeah,
past, but
it'll
hopefully
probably be over by
it'll
then.
probably
Yeah.
be over. So you're going into the industry. You're a plus size woman.
Mhm.
What kind of barriers, if any, did you really see, especially going from OnlyFans to working with some of the production companies?
Okay, so there's two sides to this because first of all, I'm extremely grateful and I'm happy for the platforms that I have been able to work with and the people that have accepted to work with me and the collabs that I've gotten to do. And not only am I grateful, I think that I've just been really blessed, just in the arenas that I've been in, the circles that I've been in, to be able to
Right,
work with some of the really amazing talent because I have some great names under my belt. So,
right.
like, um, I think that I think for me, um, the I'm sorry, I'm stuttering now. I think I think for me, what was the question?
About any sort of barriers coming to
Oh,
the industry.
barriers for
Yeah,
women. I was gonna go on a whole different tangent. So like for me, I guess you do find talent that does not shoot with plus size women.
sure.
And not only that, but we don't have agencies either. So like we don't
Right,
have like, there's no we don't have managers that are trying to pick us up and like manage us for real. So
right,
it's like you're really stuck in a certain arena of like five or six companies that will shoot you.
hmm,
And then, once you shoot with them, like they don't really keep reusing you, you know what I'm saying? Because you're all over their platform. So like, why would they continue to multi-use you like multiple times a year? So you're kind of stuck in this space where you have to really be a content creator and a porn star. You have to be both. Like you have to make your own stuff. You have to reach out to your own people. You have to be your own manager. You have to be your own favorite cheerleader. You have to like do all of that stuff. So, um, that's just what I do. I reach out. Like if you don't want to shoot with me, that's fine. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Um, I have to tell people no. So it's like, like this is what we do for business. So if you don't think that I fit on your platform, that's great. Like I'll move on to the next person. But, at the end of the day, I think there's so many of us that are so good at what we do as far as the BBW girls. And there's so many people that don't give us chances. So
right.
I just think that there's a stigma behind us. And I guess that's all appropriate and stuff like that. But it's just kind of disheartening that especially if there's somebody that you really want to work with and like they got a whole manager's like, no, that's not a good look for you. You know what I'm saying? Or like whatever the case may be. But there's a lot of reasons that people don't shoot with us. But for me, it's like crazy because I know a lot of them that won't shoot with us might fuck us, but like
Right.
not on camera. So like that like whole thing is just crazy to me. Like the whole concept of, oh yeah, I love BBW women, but I won't shoot with them. That's just so weird and corny to me.
Yeah. I asked that because I was thinking of years ago there were certain Caucasian actresses that never shot with black men. And I remember the stories about how they wanted to do this or they wanted to shoot with these people, but they didn't want to upset their demographic and those who had thought their target audience were. And it made me think, like, is there maybe sort of a same sort of thing with BBW performers that you may have talent, whether male or female, that feel like they have a certain demographic and then don't want to sort of alienate that demographic by shooting with this type of creator. So yeah, that's what made me think of that.
Well, I definitely, because I shoot with mostly black men.
Yes.
So I thought that like it would upset my black demographic if I did shoot with white men. Like, would they be upset? Would they
No,
receive
we
it
don't care.
well? But no, they don't care. Nobody cares.
Nobody
I could
cares. Yeah.
fuck a girl in a chicken suit with a Cookie Monster costume on, and it would be sexy to somebody.
Yes, that is true. That
Yeah,
is very true. That's a weird image in my head now, but that is very true. So
very
yeah.
true.
Talk about working with production companies. You have a film out with Red Bottom Productions entitled Body of a Goddess, Mouth of a Sinner. Talk to me about that.
Oh, that's hot. That's just a really a great compilation of the things that I've done while working with Red Bottom Productions. There's a couple scenes on there that are just really juicy, like super everything on there is great, but like there's one that hasn't really been seen much except for on that DVD because I think that the only people that have dropped that video are me and Red Bottom Production. So, and it's only been out very little bit of time. Like I think the DVD came out before we put it out on our personal stuff. So, it's a really great video. Like it's a good mix of like the best of me.
Mm-hmm.
So like I just think that I'm really excited when I work with Red Bottom though. Like he kind of like we've been in this since I've been in this with him since his day one. So like for me, it's like, you know, his achievements are feel equally successful to me because, you know, like I've been right there with him and he's been great. And like he kind of gives me what I want. Like I mean, like, what do you want to do, Rizzy? What's your next move? What are we doing? What are we doing for you? So like that conversation got pretty in depth recently. So we're about to film an amazing movie over the next few months. And I really can't wait for it to come out. It probably won't be out till like spring of next year. But we're definitely going to start working here in the next month or so on it. It's going to be filmed in 4 or 5 different cities across the country. And it's definitely going to have some mob wife influence in it. So I'm really excited about it.
Okay, sounds good. I love the fact you talk about like your success is kind of intertwined with his success because you've been down day one. I love hearing about those sort of relationships and when you find people that you just are able to collaborate with and just move forward with. And people, especially being a creative, when people get you, like that makes it so much easier to work with them and to make your vision come to life.
Not only that, but like creative conversations are really important. But you know what else is even more important is uncomfortable conversations.
True.
So if you can have an uncomfortable conversation with somebody that you're in business with and it still remains successful, because not everything's always peaches and cream. And I'm not just talking about Dante or Red Bottom because we rarely have an argument. I don't think we've ever had a real argument, but I'm talking about in general. Like if you can have an uncomfortable conversation and still remain in business and still remain, you know, mutual, respectful, that's important. And that's maturity and that's like business minded. So like I just like to be in a room where I might not be the smartest person, which you should never be the smartest
Right.
person in the room, but I'm definitely of equal mind. And you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to learn and I want to absorb whoever is the smartest person in the room. I want to know what they know.
Makes
So
sense.
that's why I surround myself with people like that. And like I've worked with some amazing production companies. I'm very, very grateful. So, you know, shout out to BBW Adventures as well. Blush Erotica, Jeff's Models, BBW Highway. I've worked with all of them. So Dog Vision. They all definitely have some of my best stuff on their platforms. So make sure if I don't have it, they have it.
Got you. With that, you know, we talked earlier about other things that you do. Tell me about the podcast with Spanish Barbie. What's the name of it, and how did that come about?
So, okay, so like this happened. God, me and Barbie started hanging out actually at a Red Bottom Productions house. And then, you know, our relationship just kind of took off from there. She's kind of like the little sister that I never wanted. And that's really like our dynamic because
Mm.
she's as precious as she is. And as much as we get on each other's nerves, we absolutely love each other. So, you know, it is like a big sister, little sister dynamic. And it is portrayed extremely funny and it's amazingly realistic. Like, so like everything that we talk about on the podcast is stuff that we've either just done, gone through, been through, or, you know, are about to go through. So like, it's just very real. We talk a lot about women's health and hygiene and men's health and hygiene. We talk about our real life stories of the things that we go through in our daily activities as women of the night. So like, you know, it's just lots of really fun, realistic stuff. You know, and everything is very uncut. It's rare, hardly edited. So like you see a lot of real life fucking funny moments between her and I. And it really came about because I'm not gonna lie, we were sitting on the back porch one night, extremely high. We had just got done shooting. We were in Orlando, I think. I'm pretty sure we were in Orlando. And we just got on Instagram Live one night and everybody was just crying, laughing at us. And we were just talking about random stuff, like stuff in the industry and like, like stuff that had happened that day. So like, and pretty much everybody that we run into is like, why don't you guys have a show?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it ended up evolving into what it is now. And we just met with a producer in Baltimore. His name is Chu. He produces The Baddies of Baltimore and another show called Crashed, which is about a bunch of young women that crash out. And we are now about to sign a contract to be on Roku TV. So our visual will be exclusive to a channel called Pressure TV.
Okay.
But other than that, it's on every other place you can find a podcast, Apple Pods, Spotify, YouTube Pods, all that other stuff. So definitely give it a shout. We just dropped episode 3. And then episode 4 and 5 will be put out when we drop on the network.
Okay. Well, congratulations on that. I definitely wish you much success. I know just from this podcasting game, it's a lot more work than people think. People just think, oh, you sit in front of a microphone and talk. No, it's a whole lot more than what people see.
And on top of it, like you got to sit there and like really crash your brain about trying to figure out what topics, what are you going to talk about? What's important? What are people going to think that is like lively and fun? Or, the opposite, like what do you want to shed some light on? Like what needs to be shining right now? What do you need to talk about that people aren't talking about?
Right.
So, I don't know. It's just a lot of fun. We've been talking a lot about like dating lately, because I've been trying to date and it's been like a nightmare. So it's like I've definitely been conveying those stories.
Well, let me ask you, you brought that up. That I'm curious, what is it like to date as an adult star?
Okay, so can I first just really say that I'm dating, I don't know how to say this, slow. I have slow education when it comes to dating. I was with my kid's father for 10 years. I was with my ex for 11. My dating experience is extremely minimal, right?
Understood.
But I've been single for 5 years, 3 of which I've been in the adult industry, right? So now I'm just kind of like, I kind of miss having a person, but the dating pool is like a fucking cesspool, especially at my age. And unfortunately, like a lot of younger men are into me and I'm not into them. Like I like salt and pepper and like bigger men and like I like teddy bear men. Like I like guys with like a little bit of a dad bod and like I'm very particular when it comes to the type of person that I would like to date personally. So I haven't found a lot of that. And not only that, but like Baltimore men just aren't my thing, I guess. I mean, if maybe one of you out there would like to change my mind, you're more than welcome to come try. But I'm having a hard time with you guys, and my patience is running mad thin. Like I'm thinking, like straight up, like I don't know if I can like be in Baltimore now just because of the dating scene.
Well, I'll tell you why I laughed at that. I am from Baltimore. That's why I was born and raised. No. People don't believe I'm from Baltimore. So I get what you're saying. They're like, wait a minute, you from where?
Yeah, because you don't have the ooh to do.
It comes out. It comes out sometimes. But
okay.
I get what you're saying as far as that. And also the other part, just personally, after almost 20 years, I am back out in the world. It's weird. It's very weird even thinking about dating, let alone dating and
it's scary out here. Stay inside.
Yeah, I haven't found it to be scary. I've just dipped my toe in.
Well, I'm on a dating app called BLK, and I'm thinking about trying to file a class action lawsuit against them for trauma.
Whoa.
Hey,
Oh,
girls,
okay.
if you're out there and you faced any traumatic experiences, be okay. You just let me know. Okay, holler at your girl.
I had a conversation the other day, and this is well, I am single because I am recently widowed.
Oh,
So I no problem, thank you. But friends of ours dated, and my spouse at the time would say, "You need to look at this. You need to look at this." And I'm looking at these dating profiles of these older men for that are trying to solicit a friend of ours, and I just say, "What the fuck? That's really what you put on a dating site? These are the pictures. This is what you say." And it wasn't like one off. It was multiple men again, grown men, and I'm sitting there and I'm just like I'm shaking my head. I'm
or
like,
the ones that are like this in their picture, or they got a gun,
oh,
or they
the
got money in
person
their hand.
the person in question, none of the people look like that. But in Baltimore, well, she wasn't in Baltimore, but I can see that happening in Baltimore.
It's
Yeah, I
awful.
don't. Yeah,
I'm like,
that
that's your profile picture. What is wrong with you? It's no wonder you're
exactly,
single.
exactly,
You think I want
exactly.
to date you and you're sitting here taking a picture with your strap? Not that I don't like a thug. I love a thug. Look,
But
cool.
that's how you
But
present yourself.
right. You come
That's your
off
first
as,
impression.
yeah, that's crazy to me.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know.
it's
Get it.
real crazy. So yeah, I get you. It's
I'm
people.
not with it. And being 44,
Yeah,
obviously know what I want and what I do not want.
right, right,
I'm saying, like, I I'm at the point where I'm perfectly fine being alone if you don't have these things going on.
right. Exactly. It's interesting. You with what you do.
Mm,
A lot of it is about presentation, both on the naughty side, but also on the professional side as well. You have to have an understanding of how to present yourself to different audiences. And it's amazing to me, and you said this already, you go on dating apps, and for me, it's like men and women, so many people have no comprehension of how to present themselves, especially to garner a decent first impression.
or even conversation.
I've heard that so many times from female friends. They're like, because what I've heard recently is, "Oh, you're very articulate." I'm like, and I've heard that so many times lately. And my friends are like, "No, you don't understand. These men can't hold a conversation. That's
They
why
can't.
people keep saying that to you
Like,
because they
if
really can't hold a conversation."
yeah, and if your vocabulary is too high for them, they just kind of be like, but they don't comprehend you. They just kind of like,
Right.
it's crazy. But for me, it's kind of like I think that it's not for nothing except for like, when we have to go to events and stuff, like,
Mhm.
when I'm at Exotica or when I have to go to AVN and I have to do these red carpet things, or when we go to like the
Right.
nomination parties or whatever. That's what I'm kind of like, damn, I don't have anybody to share this with. Like, is that ever going to be a thing for me? But I
Right.
get over it pretty quick. I just have a couple
Right.
drinks and then I'm fine. But it's like, at the end of the day, you really do be thinking about this because you're like, I do some pretty amazing things. And not that my mom and isn't proud of me, or, like, but like, there's certain things you don't really discuss with your mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, mom, like, I remember the day that I told her I was on my first DVD. And I said, Mom, I'm on a DVD. She goes, well, I'm not going to go buy it, but that's amazing. Mom, I don't want you to go buy the DVD. I'm just saying, on
Actually,
it.
no, Mom. I want you to buy the DVD. You don't have to watch it. Just
Yeah,
buy
don't
it.
watch it, just go
Yeah.
buy it. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
You
Speaking of,
put it back in
on there
Amazon
now. No, I'm just kidding.
now.
But yeah, if you want to see Body of a Goddess, Mouth of a Sinner, you can find it on Adult Empire.
There you go, Dell Empire. There you
Yep.
go. So, okay. You're an esthetician. Do you have any clients in the industry?
No. Uh-uh. Because it's not
Interesting.
really something that I promote. When I was in a girl group that I'm not gonna mention because I don't want to give them any clout, but I was in like this little industry group or whatever when I first came into the industry. And I did
Mhm.
give a lot of the girls that were in the group a lot of really good skincare information. And I'm an open book. Like, if you want to call me and ask me about your skin, like, do that. Like, I got you. And for if you're like in the industry, I'll charge you like a $20 consult,
Okay.
which is really good because usually it's 100.
Yeah, I was about to say $20 is a really good steal.
Yeah, I'll definitely give you a consult and let you know products you should buy and how you should be going about your daily routines and stuff like that, and what you should be doing weekly, what you should be doing every 6 weeks. Because, like, especially when we're getting older, like, because I'm feeling every bit of it. And every time I go out in the sun, I get like a little bit more melasma. So I'm having to really take care of my skin in my tender age of 44.
Right.
So it's like there's definitely things, and we're on the camera all the time.
Yes.
So it's definitely important.
Not just camera, HD, 4K. So yeah, so you want to make sure your skin is tight.
And shit, in some cases 8K, because like there's all kinds of crazy
Yeah.
ass cameras now.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I want to ever be that magnified. Don't fucking shoot me like that. Ever. Ever. I don't want you to see inside of my pores. That's insane. Plus, when you try and send files like that, it's a bitch.
Oh, yeah. It's hard enough sending a 1080p file and uploading that to YouTube or something. I can only imagine uploading to OnlyFans or what Fansly or the other sites, and it's like a 4K video file. I can't even imagine that.
Well, you can't because they restrict your gigabytes. But either way, like when you're trying to send it from person to person, like a nightmare.
I can imagine.
Even if you're putting it in Dropbox or whatever, it takes up all this fucking space.
Yeah, it really does. I tend to use OneDrive for everything, or really OneDrive because I pay Microsoft. But even then, it's like, they get the link, but it's still got to download it. And you're talking about maybe a 10 gig file sometimes just for an interview, especially if it's really long.
Yeah.
It takes a minute to download.
That's fair. Yeah, it does. I hate it. Sometimes I'm like sitting here all night and I'll wake up the next day and it's still not done. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, especially rendering files that large when you're editing. That is the
absolute. Or like having to put a file just from your hard drive to your computer just to upload it is a fucking bitch.
Yes.
Like you feel like it should only be like 3 Twilight seconds to have to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like choo. It should be all done, right? Nope.
Right.
An hour to download it, an hour to upload it, an hour to reconfigure it. I'm like, what is going on? That's why I don't do it. That's why I need an editor. That's why I need a person.
Understood.
On top of that, I'm the worst person to edit my own stuff because I'm super nitpicky. So I'll be like, I don't like my face. I'm taking that out. I don't like this. I'm taking that out. I don't like the way my ass looks. Taking that out. And this is all the things that you love. You know what I'm saying? But I'm taking it out because I don't like it.
Right. Right. Oh, so, speaking of assets, what is the story behind the tattoo, the butterfly?
There is a story. I was going to say there's not really a story, but it's old. Like I didn't get this tattoo because I started shaking my ass online. Like I've had this tattoo for, I have to do the math. My ex and I were together 11 years. We've been broke up 5. That's 16. So I've had this tattoo for like 15 years. Like there was never like an intention to have it because I was going to be seen. Now, however, I did plus size model for a very long time. Like I have been doing that for a long time, but no, there was never an intention. It was like more like a dare. Like my ex was like, you won't do that. And I'm like, oh, I would do that. And then he was at work one night and I went and got the outline done. But it was definitely like 4 sessions, like 4 hours a piece. And truth be told, it's actually not done yet. The guy that did it, we had one more session. He ended up going on vacation to Pensacola and he had a heart attack and he passed away. So it never was finished because there's supposed to be some shadowing. There's actually a couple parts that still needed color. I mean, you can't tell unless you're literally an investigative, reporter on my ass. But like, there's definitely some spots and places that need work on it. So
okay. Yeah, 'cause I honestly didn't think you did it for your life on camera, but since it's on camera, it's a very distinctive tattoo. So I was like, there has to be a story behind this.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem too arbitrary.
it was more like you won't do it, and yeah, I will, and I did it anyway.
Mhm. Understood. So your this is just your 3 year point anniversary.
Mhm.
You are doing OnlyFans. You're working with production companies. You're doing the other auxiliary stuff as far as night flirt and all the other stuff. What is your overall, or do you have, say, a plan for the next 5 years? Where do you want to be? Where do you want Charisma DeLuca be? If not just you personally, but the name.
I'd love. I mean, obviously, I don't feel like I'm going to be in front of the camera for very much longer. Like maybe a year or two at the most, unless like there's a major check involved and you want me to come out of retirement or you want me to do certain special or something like that. Yeah, like, but production seems to be like the next stepping stone. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to want to get out of this business. It's too sexy. The money's too sexy. Like,
Mhm.
who doesn't want to make money today off something they did 3 years ago? I love that. That's
Right,
sexy. Like, you can't tell
right.
me when you wake up in the morning and there's residual income from something that you did so many times or so many months ago, or you had like hit 3 million views on a video on X videos and you're like, oh my God, that's crazy. But like, yeah, like that, photography, maybe model management. I don't know. I get bored a lot. I've had probably a lot of careers, a lot more than
Mhm.
most. I've been a managing publisher for a magazine. I've been a managing partner at a club. I've run a hookah lounge and a bar. Like I've been a promoter for a club and like ran talent, and I've done so many things. I've been a kitchen manager and a retail manager. Like I've had multiple jobs. So like, and like I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I haven't been bad at any of them. So it's like I could do whatever I want to do. I'm a licensed esthetician. I could go back to school and become something else. I don't know. It just depends. Being an empty nester and living your whole life for everybody else and finally being able to get to live it for yourself is very empowering. So, as much as I'd like to tell you that I have like this cement thing in my mind, I don't. I just know that I'll probably always be in the adult entertainment industry in some way, shape, or form. But there's no telling. Like I could go back to being a bartender and making money that way, or just running aesthetics and waxing and going back to doing that. There's just I can't really tell you. It just depends.
Okay. All right. So I have a question for you. Well, I got a couple more questions for you, and then I'll let you go back to your evening. But where does your love of the Eagles come from?
Oh, I was born outside of Philadelphia
Okay.
area. So like it's a birthright.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm a huge Eagles fan. Huge Eagles fan. I guess I always have been, honestly. I can't remember a time when I wasn't. Um I do remember at one point being a Chicago Bears fan, but that's just because my ex was from Chicago and we used to be there a lot
Mhm.
in the winter time. So, you know, that just came natural. Obviously, if they were playing my Eagles, it was never go Bears, but
Right.
I did enjoy watching some Chicago football over the years. But I'm a huge sports fan in general. Like I
Okay.
love sports. I love basketball. I love watching UFC and MMA. I watch baseball when it's in the series. I'll go to a game. I love live sporting events. So for me, like I love all that stuff. I'm an avid pool shooter, so sometimes I even watch pool. Sometimes I even watch the World Series of Poker because I like to play cards. So like like I'm a very I like to watch gaming events and sporting events. I think that I don't know, that's the edgy of me. Like I don't gamble too much, but I do love to shoot pool and I can shoot. I've been to the World Series of or the World Championship of pool 5 times. So that's a little fun fact about me.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I love 3 card poker. I love playing that. Like my favorite place to play 3 card poker is the Rio in Vegas.
Okay.
So if I'm in Vegas, you could probably creep on me, and you'll probably catch me at a poker table.
So AVN, if you're not shooting or an event, that's where you're going to be,
Yeah, if
basically.
I'm not if I'm not at an AVN event, I'm probably at the Rio playing 3 card poker.
Right. Okay. So last question. Do you have a favorite fragrance? And if so, what? Or favorite fragrances?
So many. My favorite fragrance of right now is actually called Excite, and it's a Perfume Mania exclusive fragrance.
Okay.
But it's pretty expensive, but I do love it. I'm actually about to run out of it, so I need to go get some of it. But I'm huge on perfumes and colognes. I love for my man to smell good. Um, my other go-to is Versace Bright Crystal.
Okay.
I'm big with that. And then I love Dolce and Gabbana Italian Love. It's like it's very fresh. I'm more of a fresh scent girl. I don't really want to smell like like I don't do Bath and Body Works smells. I don't want to smell like a girl. I want to smell like a woman.
Right.
So like, like I like heavier floral scents, nothing really sweet. Or I like something fresh, not really like, earthy. Cuz I like hate patchouli.
Mm.
It's like my nemesis.
Patchouli, from in my nose, like it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it's like, okay, I'm not feeling it. Sometimes I kind of like it, especially if it's not like the dominant note in a fragrance. I like
Well, if
sometimes
you're at
how
an apothecary, yeah, but you don't want your woman smelling like patchouli,
no,
right?
no, I wouldn't
Yeah.
want her smelling like patchouli. No.
No, I don't want my woman. I don't want my man to smell like something that smells like outside. I feel like it smells like outside. Just like
Mm,
I'm not huge on like sandalwood, like that, sandalwood and teakwood, those fragrances that
mhm.
like men's Bath and Body Work fragrances. I don't really
Yes.
like that. I don't like spicy and like woody. I'm not like huge fan of it.
Mm.
Like I really want my man to smell mad fresh too. Like I like fresh scents on a man too. What do you wear?
I wear a lot of different things. Like right now, I'm wearing Clean Musk from Authenticity Perfume. So the notes are lime, bergamot, sandalwood, and white musk. And
I love
really,
musk.
yeah, the white musk, it has such this bright opening with the bergamot and the lime, especially the lime, and the sandalwood just kind of like melts into the white musk. So it's such a clean but still masculine fragrance. So I really like wearing it, especially in the summer and the spring.
I love the bergamot candles.
Hmm.
I put those in my house a lot. I do like those. There's a bergamot and orange candle. I can't remember who makes it, but I do love it. It smells really good. Really good. I do like it. No more
Rizzy,
questions.
no more questions. I mean, I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
Um, I can stay here all night. Well, maybe not all night, but definitely. You coming to Exotica, Jersey this year?
Absolutely. I'll have a booth.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
We have
will.
a booth. Well, we have a
I will
booth for the
hopefully see you
podcast.
there. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
definitely.
awesome. I'll definitely, yeah, definitely. Oh, I'm gonna ask you, like, are you guys doing any guests on your podcast, or is it just you and Spanish Barbie so far?
Yeah. You want to come hang
Of
out?
course. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I would love to. I'm
Yeah.
always I like
We're
talking,
definitely
so
doing what we're gonna do for future because we're gonna have somebody edit it anyway. We'll probably do
Mhm.
StreamYard like this,
Okay.
and then we'll plug it in and we'll talk about the interview and then plug it like do like a back and forth, like go
Okay.
through bits and pieces of it so
And
we can do it like that.
do you guys have a studio set up too, or
So what we're gonna do, we'll probably be shooting a lot here, and then we get peer spaces in the Baltimore area and shoot around Baltimore. We
okay,
also have the capability to shoot outside, so there will be
okay,
some episodes that we'll shoot outside, and we're actually going to even shoot some episodes in the kitchen.
okay,
So yeah, we got a lot of fun things popping up, and then
okay.
I mean, obviously we'll be at Exotica, like, we're definitely gonna. Barbie and I just talked about it today. We're in the works with a company that does pizza, but like edible, like it's infused with
Hmm.
like THC.
Yes.
So he may be our booth partner, and we may
Okay.
be doing after party on Sunday with him and do like a football Sunday thing
Nice.
after Exotica. So we're working on that. Stay tuned for like tickets. There's gonna be VIP tickets where you watch with me and Barbie hang out, and then there's just gonna be like general admission. So we're just gonna make a really fun weekend out of it. I also think we're gonna sponsor one of the after parties, one of the BBW after parties that Pipes puts on. So we got
Right.
some fun stuff popping up. We're excited.
Cool. Cool. Well, all that's going on. You guys see the link there, but tell everybody where they can find you.
Right here. See? Linktree / Carissma DeLuca. That way you can see I spelled it for you and everything. It's right there. You got me. If you want the spicy stuff, you got to click on the spicy. You got to say that you're over age to do that. But there's also all my safe for work stuff, my Instagram, my TikTok, some articles that I like that I pinned, just lots of different stuff about me.
See, you can tell she's a podcast. She just saved me so much time in editing and putting everything afterwards. It's right there on the screen.
He loves me.
Yes, I do. I do. Well, Carissma, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. You guys stay tuned for more. Definitely check her out. Give her a follow. She's a great person, great human being. She has great content, whether safe for work or non-safe for work. You're going to find something you like there with Carissma DeLuca. This has been Webster Style, another Social Geek podcast. You know how to find us. But again, thank you for your time. Thank you for your listening ear. Remember, stay safe out there.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Be blessed, everybody. Peace.
So fun.